foot inside the house, he paused, closed his eyes, and blasted in tongues. "There is evil here," he said slowly. He ordered 14 days, fasting and prayer, and gave them a list of things to get for the deliverance session. After the deliverance, things seemed to return back to normal until 2 weeks later, the disturbances began again. Isabella noticed her dead lizards, dirty footprints, and locks of hair inside a house she cleaned. The last straw came when their pet dog was lived, and after it was thrown in the dustbin, pending when Llama came. They came home and found it in their daughter's room. Her screams got their attention, and there it was, dead, decaying, and smelly on top their daughter's bed with its eyes cut out. By weekend, they packed up and left the house with 6 months' rent remaining, too shaken to look back and vowing never to step foot inside again. Months passed. Then, one Friday, Isabella colleague invited her to a birthday party at Mayfair Estate. She refused immediately, but later curiosity got the best of her, so reluctantly, she went. When she entered the estate, it was her old house. She saw the windows that once held shadows that traumatized her. Laughter, music, kids running where Zara once played. Trying to steady herself, she pulled aside a guest and asked, her voice tight, "Who owns this house now?" The guest smiled. "Mrs. Deli runs it. She's the oldest in the estate. The landlord lives abroad, so he uses her as caretaker and agent. In fact, most people here got their houses through her. She's practically the one in charge." Isabella's gaze shifted. There was Mrs. Deli, but now she wasn't the frail, innocent-looking widow that approached her. She wore a very expensive lace, gold bangles shone on her wrists. Smiling proudly, and at her side was a tall, handsome young man and his beautiful young pregnant wife. Isabella stopped breathing. She knew that face. She had seen him once, driving out of Mrs. Deli's house. Her son. The pieces snapped together. The whispers. The envelopes. Their dog. There were no ghosts. No curses. It was all a ploy. The security guards had the keys. Mrs. Deli had the power. Together they had pushed her family out. And now, her son was living inside the very dream home they had been forced to leave. At that moment, she locked eyes with Mrs. Deli. First came the shock, then slowly, the woman raised her glass and smiled a slow, triumphant, satisfying smile. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more stories.